What's up, guys? Today we're playing Epic 7, and this is the next day in our Noob to Awesome series. I'm having a lot of fun starting the game and
Did you
showing
guys
you
see it?
everything that I do to progress, and I hope that you're having fun following along as well. Today is going to be a very interesting day. It's pretty normal in our new player check-in. Tomorrow is a major event with the health, and also we're making our way toward day number 7 and day number 14. But today we're going to focus on your first pets, joining a guild side story, and if I have time, what to do with those 2-star units. But that honestly might be its own video in itself. We start our day with our dispatch missions, and I do have some 2-star units here. This is mostly because I don't have the units to fill this up, but also this is going to help us progress quite a lot. So as we get into what to do with your 2-star units, keep track that I'm putting them into my dispatch missions to get that XP. Today is also a very interesting day. Once a month, we typically get a buff day from Smilegate, which is pretty amazing. Now, on this one, these ones say GM, and this is 50% AP from Side Story and also Battle XP. As far as I can see, this does stack with our Battle XP that we currently get from being a new player. So this is really, really nice. Um, that's amazing. Amazing, actually. So this is going to help us to really level up our accounts, to get into new content, but also it's going to give us the stigma that we need to promote heroes. So let's go in and we are going to talk about that. If I remember correctly from yesterday, we do have something special that's going to happen today on our events. I'm very interested in it. So if we go down to Call of Adventure, I did finish this on day number 3, so that was fun. And then we're going to click Receive. This is going to give us Covenant summons every day for the next 7 days, which is really good because this is going to help us, hopefully, to get some heroes that we can utilize for our um, progression into our game. So let's see, does it take effect automatically? It doesn't. Is it in our mailbox?
Are you ready, my lady?
Here it is. So you
Trivial
are able
fools.
to select this whenever you want to use it. Let's go ahead and select this artifact. We get Aaliyah's knife, that's good, but we don't have any
This
we
is
don't
my
have any thief heroes
justice.
to use it on yet. Let's go ahead and select this as well. Very nice. Okay. Now we are going to have bonus. Bonus. I love it. I do also like that they added this free 10 right
I need a
here.
friend.
Before, if you hit this 10, even if you had 10 free summons, that you were not able to utilize it, it would take away from your bookmarks, which is very confusing to players. And so I'm happy that they added this. It's a really nice feature, so thank you.
It's me, Montmorency. It'll all work out. Eventually. Yes.
Montmorency. She is going to be an amazing healer for us. We're definitely going to use her. So keep her in mind. She has a specialty change, which is good. She's an expert at removing debuffs, and she's going to be one of your very first heroes that's going to take you all the way through the labyrinth. Now on to our 3-star artifacts. We're not going to use this. 3-star artifacts, we're only interested in 2 of them. One of them is Daydream Joker, and the other one is going to be Tonfa. So keep that in mind. Any one of your 3-star artifacts, we're not going to equip, and we're not going
Pleased
to
to meet
use.
you.
I do have something special I'm going to tell you to do with those, though, so keep that in mind. We don't want to do anything with them quite yet. Enut, not going to use him. But our artifacts are going to help us. They're going to use them to further our reputation,
Why would
so
anyone
that's very
talk it
nice.
out when they could just use their fists? Let's go, right now. Whoever wins, wins.
Surprisingly aggressive, Glenn. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I don't like to use Glenn. I thought after a specialty change that he would be a better hero, but he really isn't. So they brought him out as a extinction hero for things like Arbiter Vildred, But again, we have so many things that we can utilize to counter our Red Vildred that we really don't need Glenn.
My name.
Okay?
Should I give
Okay.
it my nickname or my real name? Well, I guess it doesn't make a difference to you.
Sonya, she is our very first light hero. Unfortunately, we're not going to utilize her. As we look into something like a Sonya, we have to think about how can we utilize her to break into new content, but also what is she going to do in end game? And
I'm
honestly, you
Hazel
don't really
Stressa,
need her.
black sheep, I mean, clerk of the student council.
Hazel, we are going to use Hazel. She is going to be very good for us. I did not build her onto my main account because I have so many other heroes, but we are going to try and build Hazel, and she's going to do a lot into expeditions, but also as we get into things like Nightmare mode, very, very late game, Hazel is going to work. 3-star artifact, again, we're not going to use it. We're only interested in Daydream Joker, and we're only interested in Tonfa. Another one. Last summon of the day. No shine,
I
and we get
to follow
Pillis.
orders. Will that be
Thank
enough?
you. Thank you for giving me Pillis. Oh my goodness, our first dark hero. She is amazing. She gets a major upgrade, and she's going to look really awesome after her specialty change. But we are definitely going to use Pillis. Now, what she does is we have a very counter-attacking meta, and as it comes in later, her passive ability is going to change where we get reduced amount of damage from counter attacks, which is really nice. Also, she provokes onto her S3. Now, as we go forward into her specialty change, she's going to get effectiveness built into her kit, which is going to allow us to soul burn this every single turn and control one unit while also protecting our other units. So fantastic. I do wish that I had gotten an Aureus, but plenty of time for that. Now here's what I want to show you. We see this number 5 here. Now as we go into our heroes, we're going to see that we're maxed out. The game does not want you to stop summoning when you reach your maximum amount of heroes. So once you're able to fully max out, now everything is going to go into an overflow. We can click right here and go into storage. All of your heroes and artifacts, once you max out your artifact storage, are going to come in here. This does not expire, so make sure that you're utilizing this for heroes to overflow into if you're not going to use them, or if you're doing a lot of summons, that all of your heroes can come in here and they can live for a little while before we're ready to really utilize them. Today, also a fun day, we are going to do our very first Galaxy Summon. So if we go into our shop right here, and we
What do you
move down
think?
into Transmit Stones, we see that we do have some Transmit Stones the game has given us for free. We have not transmitted any heroes yet, so the gold Transmit Stones you get from finishing episode number 1, and we are going to use them to buy 5 Galaxy Bookmarks. Now keep in mind that we only want to buy Galaxy Bookmarks with our gold stones. Later, as you go through the game, you're also going to be able to buy imprints for Straws, for Bellion, for Zio, and for R2 and Mercedes, but that does not unlock until after you are able to receive that hero. So as you're going through mid-game, end-game, until you have, let's say, 50% of all of the dark 5-star heroes, you're going to want to buy these 5 Galaxy Bookmarks, and we're going to do that today. Now let's go in and we are going to summon our very first Moonlight Summon. Yes, 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 I do love it. 3 to 5-star hero. Of course, we're going to get a 5-star hero. We're going to get this guy right here. He's going to be amazing. Every 20 summons, you're guaranteed to get the shine, but we're going to get it today right off the bat. That is going to happen, right? It's going to happen? It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. Make it happen. doesn't happen, maybe they thought I meant the next summon,
Please,
but we get
hurry.
Lorena. Okay. Now you can normally pick her up from your connections. We are going to utilize her. You can bring her into Endgame, so she's going to be a hero that we also want to utilize and to bring into our hero team. Going back into our lobby, we want to talk about Garo and his shop, and we can see him right here. It's this red guy. Now, once
Oh, I
every
see.
hour, he is
Well,
going to
what do
allow
you want to
you
buy?
to view his different wares, and we have an opportunity to drop lots of stuff. But I want you to ignore almost all of it. Once we click on probability, we can see that overall there's a
Money
20%
for
chance to drop
information,
currency,
or
and
information
that's
for
what we're
money,
focusing on.
whichever
But
you
what we
prefer.
want is way down here at the very bottom. What we want is Covenant bookmarks and Mystic Metals. If you see Covenant
Hey, why don't you
bookmarks
buy
and Mystic
something?
Metals on
Come
your
take a look.
list, make sure that you go in and buy them. They're about 200,000 gold each, but they're definitely going to be worth it because it's going to allow you to get more heroes. Now, I'm not summoning for any heroes yet, but this is going to help us as
Hey,
we
why don't you
get
buy something?
limited
Come
heroes
take a
and
look.
summer heroes that are moving forward into the game. We want to make sure that we have the currency to go in and buy those. We can do this entire game on just specialty change. So don't worry, you don't
Hey,
need
why don't you
any
buy
5-star
something?
heroes to
Come take a
finish this
look.
out, but this is going to help you in the long run and you can get used to it. And here we go, perfect example of getting mystic metals. This is super awesome. I do want to get this, and so I'm going to buy it. That's going to help me get Moonlight Heroes. Now, later as you go through the game, we're going to click refresh, and we're also going to be going through the different types of rewards that you can get, because what we're hoping for is to farm more
Everything
mystic
comes and
metals
goes here.
and more
Money,
covenant
goods,
bookmarks.
and of
Right now,
course,
we don't have
information.
enough sky stones to be able to do this, and we don't have enough gold to be able to buy it. But these are things to look out for as you're going through, and only do the free one.
Come
He'll
back
have a little
soon.
chat bubble here anytime that it's free to look at. So make
Why
sure
don't
you
you test
click,
your luck?
look, and buy the Covenant and the Mystic Metals. The very first time you log into your pet, it's going to give you an option to choose on the adoption. And for me, I picked Potato Yoki, and he has side story and side story. Every single one of these pets that you have skills, and you can see them here in the skills. Your lobby pet has a chance to increase hero XP, has a chance for equipment, and also good and great. Onto your battle pet, we have side story battle pets. We also have spirit altar battle pets, and then we have hunt battle pets. So in the end, what we're going to end up with is 4 different pets. 1 of them for your lobby and 3 of them for your attacking. Keep that in mind. The very first one you get is adventure, and we want to assign this pet. And I'm going to do that just one moment. But first, let's go in. We're going to adopt our pet today. Every time you log in, we want to make sure we're adopting a pet. These pet tickets you'll get as you go through the world boss, and you get different kinds of rewards. But for right now, we're just going to adopt the base level pet. If you really wanted to, you could come in and you can buy pet tickets, but they're so very expensive that we're not going to buy these quite yet. We want to utilize most of our gold to level up our gear, and so a base level pet is all we need for right now. So let's talk about lobby pets. If we click on the lobby pet button and we click on info, we can see all the different rewards that we're able to get from the lobby pet. Now, this is very important because even at a 1-star first generation pet, these are fantastic rewards that you are able to receive once every 22 hours. So, the very first lobby pet they give you, doesn't matter what it is, click travel together, and that's going to start your timer to get your next reward. Later on, if you find a pet that you like much better, one that looks cooler, you can swap them out. I recommend doing it within 2 hours of the time that you log in normally during the day. If your kids are waking up at 5:30 or you have to wake up for school or go to work, come in, get your reward from your lobby pet, swap them out right then after you collect it, and that is going to make sure you're not disrupted from getting your next reward. The other thing is that we're going to go into our team menu right here, and we are going to be selecting a pet. And right now we have Potato Yoki. He's so cute, and we're going to travel together. Now, one very important thing is in your settings, we see that restart battle when defeated. We want to have that checked. End battle after a hero reaches maximum level. Now, we want to also have pretty much this checked, right? Unless you want to stop and promote a hero, then you will check or uncheck it. Today is going to be about building upon what we did yesterday, and since we have these buffs in a side story, we want to spend the majority of our time there. Don't forget, though, that we do have Arena, and we want to make sure that we're constantly making improvements so that you can get more tickets and that you get more currency. I have had 19 wins in a row, which is fantastic. On the 20th win, is always the curse. I get to 20 wins quite a lot, but then we're going to lose. The game is like, nope, nope, gotta nerf you, bro. And the 20th win, that's going to be the tough one. What we see on the 20th win is going to be this guy. I don't think I can survive, but we're going to try him out right now. Also, keep in mind to always complete your NPC challenges. So let's go in. I'm sorry. We're going to try this. Hopefully
Let's
he's
see
not
what
too
you're
fast, and
capable
he's
of.
not. One thing I want to show you is if you click on this button right here, it's going to show you the turn order in your battle. So you'll see where your heroes are in their turn order and also what skills they have available. You can click on it now and it shows you what skill it is, which is very nice, and how many skill points they have into it. He has started to level up his Ludwig, so hopefully we can kill this guy. Now, what we want is a defense break. If we get the defense break here, I think this game is over.
And three. Command
There it
given.
is. And then now we're going to do, the hardest attack that you possibly can. If we had souls here, we would soul burn her Ember too, but since we don't, we're just going to blast him and hope that
Beyond
he
the abyss.
dies
To
and
the
doesn't
ends
put
of
up
eternity.
invincibility. Let's go.
I knew today was going to be a great day.
So much fun. So on your streak bonus, it doesn't matter if you get to 20, 30, 100 wins in a row, your streak bonus will never get more than +3. And so keep that in mind. Getting wins in a row will give you a higher amount of streak, which gives you more rewards, but it will never get above number 3. And just like that, we get an extra flag for beating him because we finished the entire list. And we should be able to beat this list as well. This Vildred looks a little concerning, but we'll see how that goes. But we're going to go in and do the NPC challenges because that's going to give us this premium currency. If you can, go to hard and then eventually to hell. But I can't do it yet. I lost on hard. So we're going to stay on medium until we get probably another 5-star or 6-star hero. So now that we've finished our NPC battles, we're going to go into your very first guild. The guild emblem is right here, about midway down on the bottom of the page. And so we're going to click on that. This is going to give us our search to where we can see all of the guilds that are willing to accept us. You're only going to see guilds here that have their requirements low enough for you to join, so you will not see every single guild on this list. A lot of people think also that a guild means just guild war and drama. And of course, it doesn't. There's so much more to that. You get buffs for your gold and XP. They can send you energy. They also open up new shops and currencies that are going to help you to get material to break into mid and end game. Now, what we want here is we want to find some guilds that have guild members more than 10. 20 is ideal, and we also want to see that they are active. If we click on this very top one, we see that activity weekly assistant aid is 0, and that's because this guild is no longer active. If we click on info, we can see this person hasn't logged in 20 days, so that's why we're seeing 0 weekly activity. So we don't want to join that type of guild. If we go down to Hailfire and click on info, now we can see that we have weekly assistance and weekly aid. What we want is at least 10,000 weekly assistance and at least 100 weekly aid. 200 is better if you can get up that high. When we click info, we can see that most of these people are logging in and they are playing, and they look to be very casual. So if this is something that you're into, go ahead and join. Keep in mind that a lot of guilds have themes. Some of them you may be into and some of them you may not, but you can always leave the guild or just ignore guild chat if you join a guild that maybe doesn't speak your language, or maybe you are not really into that type of theme. A good example of this is on the bottom. I don't speak this language, but they have weekly assistance very high and weekly aid very high as well. So this would be a really good guild to join. They're probably not going to accept me since, of course, they are going to realize that I don't speak this language. But they do have one here, level 56, and they all house this guy too, Jerry 27. So maybe this is something I can apply to, and maybe that they'll love to have me. I think that would be amazing, right? Day number 4, and we just finished Unrecorded History. It was more difficult under this new map situation, and we did not get all of our stars, which is okay. It's very difficult with level 40 heroes to come in and have everyone survive long enough to get every star. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly why this is worth it. Not only do we get those stars, but now we can come in and get all the rewards from our reputation. So you would come down here, just click reputation, and we're going to click receive all. Now what we're going to get is a lot of this Orbis, which we do need to help max out our Forest of Souls and also our Heart of Orbis. We're going to be getting some catalysts, which is really nice, and we're also getting some of this material to where we can make our fully imprinted Mercedes, and she's going to help out a ton as we go through the story. Now we do have one more. This automation tower, we're going to click on this and it's going to take us into the auto tower. I'm going to show you where it is on the map as well. It's right here. And for some reason, it skips over this between 6 and 7. So you have to manually click on it. And then we can manually click on the actual story mode. Now, this is not something that you really have to worry about too much. It's a special side story. You should be able to finish it just on auto, but it's very important because this is going to give you access to a new Guardian. I do like this Guardian a lot because this is one that is going to help remove debuffs, which is important when you're using your Guardians into the Hell Raid and other things. You know, you can use Arky for quite a long time, but this guy is also really good. I think his name is Kazran, which is a cool name. Not my name, but cool name. And so this is exactly how you get them. This was previously on the old map. This was a hidden away feature in map number 2, but now they have added it here. And I like that they added that go button because you might not know that it exists otherwise, but we also see it there on the map. And I guess we get to use them. Let's go ahead and use them. Let's go.
It's my target.
Very nice. I'm not sure he hits that hard all the time, but we're glad we got to beat this girl. And now we're going to get our new Guardian. And now that we've finished Unrecorded History, we want to come in and finish our imprints. If we look at our 1-star little heroes down here, these are just going to be imprints that you get as you're playing the game. And what we want to do is we want to come in, imprint our RAS all the way. There's no reason to save these for anything. And this is going to bring him into SSS. Now for Ras, we're not going to be doing imprint concentration. One of his main jobs as a knight is to protect everyone, and I would much rather give 480 to 3 people than to give 720 to himself. Also with our Mercedes, we're going to imprint her as well. Here we go. Now with Mercedes, she does get 14% attack to herself. Right now, we can leave it at 8.4% attack, But eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to imprint concentration here because that's going to give her the most attack for your main carry DPS, right? So this is something that you can choose to do or not to do, but it's not something we have to decide right now. This is going to be something that we really grow into as we play the game, as we get into mid game, and also as we get into late game. And that concludes it for day number 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps you as you progress through the story and also into the mid game. Give me a like so other people just like you can find it as well. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your battles.